Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anita and this is Sewing Yogi. So I'm going to tell you my plans for February. So I'm probably being a little bit adventurous here. I've got quite a few things and in reality they're probably not going to get made because I am a really slow sewer. It takes me ages to sew anything. I think it's probably because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and I like to take my time over things. And I have tried a few times to kind of rush through a project to get it done quickly. Like I really wanted something to be made for a specific event or time. I've tried to do that and it always ends up completely messed up or wrong. So I think it's perhaps best that I just stick to being nice and slow. It just takes me ages. So normally I only get about 2 or 3 things made in a month. Sometimes, depending on if it's really involved, it'll just be 1 or 2 things. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to get all of this made, but I'm going to give a good go. So the first thing I'm making, which I've already said in my previous video, my first vlog, was the lunar pajamas. And I've already started to make those, and so I've already got them cut out, and the bodice part is pretty much nearly done. So I've just got the facing on, and I'll try and put a picture up of the lunar pajamas if you're not sure what they look like. I'm new to this, so I don't know whether I'll be able to try and do that. I'm trying to work out all the technicalities of working these vlogs, and putting things up on the screen, and I'm not very technically minded, so it takes me a while. I think the first one I did took me about a good day to work out how to put the video up and how to make it work. It was just a nightmare. Anyway, so the first particular pattern I'm talking about is the lunar pajamas, and I'm going to make it, or I have started making it out of this lovely fabric here. So it's black with some white polka dots, and it's basically a brush cotton. I suppose it can be called flannelette fabric, I think that's what my mum used to call it. But yeah, it's a brush cotton, and I chose it because obviously pajamas, I want them to be warm. I'm not very good with being cold. This house that I live in with my husband is an all Victorian house. It gets cold, very, very cold. Even in the summer, it's really cold. So I'm making it out of this brush cotton, and hopefully they'll be nice and snugly warm. And so far I tried on the bodice last night and it's looking really good. I'm really liking it. It looks really, really nice. It's a nice pattern, I think, for pajamas. It's different because of the wrap bodice, and I think I'll probably get a lot of wear out of it actually, and I probably will make another one in a viscose for the summer. So yeah, I thought it's probably a little bit old school, isn't it, brush cotton? I don't tend to see many people work with brush cotton anymore, but my mum swore by it and I really like it. I really like the feeling of it. It's nice and soft against your skin, it's really warm. And obviously I love a polka dot. I am obsessed with polka dots. I've got a lot of polka dots going on in my wardrobe. I just think they're amazing. So yeah, I'm making it out of that, and I started off with my usual adjustments. So usually I have to do the smaller size on the shoulders, excuse my glasses, which for this one is a size 8 on the smaller size for the shoulders, and I'm graded to a 10 for the bust, and then I've just gone straight down for the rest of the trousers for a 10 as well. I'm hoping that should be okay. Usually I'm quite good in sew rip patterns. I don't tend to have to make very many adjustments in them, which is unusual. They tend to fit me okay, so it's just mainly the shoulders, and some of the patterns I haven't actually had to make any adjustments on the shoulders. But for this one, I think it seemed like it was quite large across the shoulders, so I thought, well, I'll go to the size 8 and then I'll grade to 10. And it seems to be fitting me really nicely. And what else can I say? I've had to shorten the bodice so far, and I think the legs, but I'll talk about that when I do my my big reveal at the end of February of all the things I've actually made, which will probably be 2 things. But anyway, so they're on the go, they've been made. And then the next thing I wanted to make was, which I actually planned to make, back in December. Of course, like I always do this, I plan to make loads of stuff and they never get ever made. I just don't have enough time. There's too many things. So I bought this fabric for this specific project, and this is going to be, I'll show you the fabric. It's a Ponte Roma, and I bought this from Minerva back in, I think it might have been November, because I remember meeting my friend, so it was in a time we were not in lockdown, and maybe in October. So yeah, I bought this fabric from Minerva, and it's Ponte Roma, and it's like a purpley, yeah, so plum coloured. It is kind of pretty much coming up similar colour on the screen. Plum, and it's kind of a tartan effect. Is that called a tartan effect? I don't know. Yeah, so, and it's really soft. It's not what I expected actually. It's much softer and drapier than I thought. So I bought another one at the same time, which was a different pattern, but it's the same sort of feeling of fabric, and I made the heather out of it. And I think I made the 10, and I think it was too big. This fabric was so drapey and stretchy that I could have probably done an 8 in it. But anyway, this I'm going to make. Have I just said what I'm going to make out of this yet? Probably not. I'm going to try the Sew Over It Emma dress. And again, I'll try and get a little picture up if I can of what the Emma dress looks like, if you're not sure of what that looks like. But I wanted to make that one for a while. It looks like a really nice snuggly pattern, nice and warm. It's got long sleeves, sort of almost like, it kind of looks a bit like a sort of little tulip skirt, but I'm not really sure until I've made it. We'll see. But it's nice. It's a nice pattern with princess seams down the front, if I can remember. Yeah, and it's the kind of thing that I would wear. It's the kind of thing that I would wear with tights and boots. I do love tights and boots in the winter. So yeah, and again, I'm not sure of the sizing on that because of the fact that this is so stretchy and yeah, it's quite drapey. I know it does say on the pattern that you can use a Ponte Roma, but I think perhaps it would probably be better with something a bit more, it's got a bit more structure. This fabric probably would have been really good for the Georgia dress, but I didn't want to make the Georgia dress out of it because of the fact that the pattern, I'm not sure how that would work with the crossover bodice. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I think I'm just going to stick with the Emma and see how it goes. And I did actually think that I may record me making the Emma dress. It's kind of like a little sew along. Now, I've never done this dress before. I've never done a sew along before. So it would probably be me rambling away and trying to work out how to get through the patterns best I can. So it might not be anything that you might want to watch to learn from. It would just be me sort of ambling my way through the pattern and then probably getting stuck a few times, scratching my head. But you never know, it might be quite nice and easy. I think I have heard that it's a nice easy pattern. But yeah, so that is another one that I think I may try and make. So for the next one, I was thinking of making another Sew Over It pattern. I am a little bit obsessed with Sew Over It, I must admit. I think it's because their patterns are nice and feminine, and they're kind of my style. I like a lot of their patterns, and whenever they have a discount on, I can't resist, I have to buy something. So I already said I made the heather dress already. I'm going to make another heather dress, and I bought this beautiful fabric from First for Fabrics back in January, I think, and it's not coming up the right colour on screen. It's actually, I'd say, I can't remember the description of what colour it said it was actually. It's kind of like a burgundy colour, maroon colour. Yeah, it's coming up a really strange sort of brownie red on screen, but yeah, it's a maroon colour, or a deep, I think it's called deep berry colour. And it's this lovely cable knit. So I love this fabric, and I've been eyeing up this fabric for such a long time. and I've seen it on quite a few online shops, but I just find it really expensive, and I am a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm a bit tight. I have a low budget. I haven't got the funds to pay for really expensive fabric. So if I can get something that's a bit cheaper, then I will. So I found this on First Fabrics, and it was cheaper or more inexpensive, so should I say, than other online stores. So I grabbed this one. I did get another one as well, but they didn't have as much of that left because it was selling really fast. And that's a rose coloured. And I only think I bought a metre or a metre and a half in that one, so there isn't enough to do a dress in that one, but I thought I'd probably do a top in that one. But anyway, yes, so this fabric here, I'm going to make a heather, and I've seen loads of people make heather dress out of this fabric, and it looks so, so nice. It looks so beautiful. I think the last time I saw on Instagram, Secret Life of a Seamstress, she did a beautiful one in a similar, I can't remember the colour that she used. It was a kind of pinky colour. I think it might have been the grape colour. And I really liked it. And I think she's small, like me, small framed, short. So I thought, oh, she looks really good in it. So I think I'll make one of those with that. And I've already made that pattern. So I know it's a really quick, good, easy pattern to make. And it's not too complicated. And it's amazing because when I first made it, I was terrified of it because of those huge big pockets you get in the front. But actually when I made it, and in fact, when I made it, I actually watched Sewing Bunny. She did a sew along with for the heather, and I followed that along with her because I thought, well, I'll see what she does. I'll see what she does with it. Yeah, and then I can kind of like pick up some hints and tips, and it was actually really worth watching because she did help me a lot with that one. So yeah, now I know it's actually really easy to put together, and it comes together so cleverly. Wow, it's just so clever the way that the pockets sort of come together. It's hard to explain how it comes together, but it does work really, really well. Anyway, so that's my other plan. Now already, I'm already thinking, there's no chance I'm going to make anything else. If I get these things made, I'll be amazed. However, I wanted to try and get a toaster sweater, so House 7 toaster sweater, and again that was another pattern I bought in the Black Friday sales, and I wanted that sweater for ages and ages and ages. Now I have the simplicity version of that sweater, and I've made quite a few of those and I love it. However, I wanted the version, I think it's version 1. Yeah, it's version 1, which has like the raglan sleeves. So it's similar to this jumper I've got on now, which is just a ready to wear jumper. But it's kind of got a raglan sort of sleeve effect, and then the little funnel neck, which I love. It's so nice and snuggly looking. So I want to make one of those. And this fabric I got literally off the market just before lockdown. I am a bit of a one for the old markets. I love the markets. I get most of my fabric from the market. And it's kind of like, I'd say it's like a teddy bear fabric. It just looks like, it's like teddy bear. It's black, so it's a bit boring in the colour, but I thought I'll give it a go, my first toaster. I can't imagine it'd be too difficult, but yeah, I thought this looked really snuggly. And I think it was probably £1 a metre, so it was really dirt cheap. I think it was £1 or £2 a metre. And so I think I bought about 3 meters of it. So I was going to make a toaster. You can't see it on here, but it's like snuggly. It's like teddy bear fabric. And then I thought I might try and make some sort of jumper dress with the rest of it. Or the other thing I thought of making with it, maybe not this month, but perhaps the Sinclair cardigan. I've seen lots and lots of people make the this cardigan, and it's a really nice pattern, and it's free. It's a free pattern. It's amazing. So, and they do petite sizes, which is so good for me. They do a petite, which is amazing. So that's my plans. Perhaps first of all the toaster, and then at some point along the line, I'll try and maybe get a Sinclair cardigan. Is it a Sinclair cardigan? No, Harper cardigan, sorry. It's a Harper cardigan by Sinclair Patterns. Got there in the end. And so yes, that was my other plan. And then I noticed that Rachel from Stitched Up had done a little sew along for the Allspice apron that Hey June released in, I think, December. And let me just grab this. And I thought, oh wow, that's really amazing. That pattern is a cute little apron. I love an apron. I've got millions of aprons, but I thought I might make my friend an apron, and I make her quite a few things. I made her quite a few things. She really appreciates it when I make things for her, and I'm always thinking of ways that I can do selfless sewing. I do like a bit of selfless sewing. I have to get in some selfless sewing every now and again because I feel like I've become a little bit sort of introverted and become kind of a bit, yeah, I get tunnel vision. So I like to then sometimes think I need to make something for somebody else just to make me feel good. So I have this fabric with cats on, and I bought this fabric from eBay, and it's just a cotton fabric, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. Now I have already used some of this fabric to make her a makeup bag, and it was the Sew Over It makeup bag that Lisa Comfort did as a tutorial last year. And it's a really, really cute little makeup bag. And of course, this is like just a soft cotton. It's not like, what do they call it? An upholstery cotton, which you're supposed to use for those bags. But I just chose this because of the cats. She loves cats. We both love cats. And it is quite soft, so I did line the bag. It doesn't show you how to line the bag in the sew along, but it's quite easy just to make the same bag again and then stick it inside and then slip stitch around the zip. It's quite easy to do. So anyway, I have some of that left, but I don't think there's going to be enough. But I had bought another fabric, which again was intended for my friend. And this one I thought was amazing because it's cats doing exercises, which I thought was amazing. So good. There's a little cat doing weights, little cat doing some, I think it's some yoga, and yeah, and some Jane Fonda type leg stretches, and again some weights, and there's someone skipping as well. There's a cat doing skipping. I just thought it was the most amazing, cutest fabric ever. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll make something for her, some little mice on there as well, and little paw prints. So if I can, maybe, I haven't looked actually at the pattern. I've printed it off, but I haven't actually got to putting it together yet, sticking it together and then tracing it off. I'm hoping I've got enough fabric. So I think I bought a metre of this one with the gym cats, and then I might have about half a metre of the normal cats. And I think maybe I could just sort of bodge them together. And if I have to use, because I know that it has bias binding, self-made bias binding around, and maybe able to make that out of something else completely different, just a plain bias binding. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to make for my friend. I think she'd really appreciate a little pinny. Yeah, so they are my plans. And again, as I said, I may not get them all done. I'm really slow at sewing. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that's a really slow sewer. I see so many people online or in the vlogs, and generally, and they can get stuff made so quickly, like in an hour or a day, and it just takes me such a long time to make anything. I'd say it's always at least a week for me to make something, and if it's a really complicated pattern like a coat or jeans, I mean my jeans, I made some Mia jeans back last year, I think maybe in September, October time, and they just took me a whole month because it was awful trying to get them to fit. So yeah, I just take my time, and I suppose it's not a bad thing just to take your time over a project that you really want to make an effort in and make it look really nice. I'm just not naturally very fast, and I never have been in anything I've ever done in my whole life. I remember at school they used to say, you know, about me, the fact that I'm so slow. But what I created was always perfect. So yeah, those are my plans. And I'm not wearing anything me made today, I should have said. I'm not wearing anything me made because I've literally been for a run, and that's why my hair is up because it's a mess. And it's really, really cold and snowy outside. So yeah, I've just got a sort of shop bought jumper on today, and that is it. So hopefully I will tune back in at the end of February. I know I will. I'll tell you all about what I made and if I got any of it made at all. And I will also maybe try and film me creating the Emma dress from Sew Over It. So thank you for watching me today, and if you liked what you see and you want to see more of my vlogs, obviously this is my second one, so I've only just started this, but I will be trying to do as much as I possibly can. If you liked it, then please like, and if you wish to subscribe, then that would be amazing, and I would be very, very grateful. And I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, stay safe, and sending you all love and light. Bye.